and to enjoy to be here. And we are live. I
Hello,
did press
everybody.
something. That's so funny. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I was just so excited and so distracted talking with James that I didn't even realize that I pressed. Can you believe I just pressed the live by mistake? Anyway, so I'm Summer. For those who don't know me, I'm a psychic medium. Today I got a nerd angel in the channel. I'm super, super excited. Before we carry on, let me just share this broadcast very quick. And I'm just going to share it. All right, James, if you just give me a second. And don't forget, sharing is caring. And also, James, where are you from, by the way?
Yes, I was born in Chicago, Illinois. I'm here in the United States, and I live here in Corpus Christi, Texas.
And I'm going to ask you something that I asked you last time we did a video call, but and I'm pretty sure more people want to know because you got the Irish accent.
I don't know, it sounds like, but some people say I have a southern accent. Howdy, ma'am. So forgive me, Lord, but forgive me, dear.
Oh yeah, it's a bit.
It's
so
all good. Okay,
so
go ahead.
you said, did you born there or did you born in a different place? I mean, in this life that I'm talking about.
Well, in this life, I was born in Chicago, Illinois, and I was raised in Missouri, Arkansas, and then my parents moved here to Texas, and then they both passed away years ago. And
Oh,
then my real father, my birth father, passed in 1967. My yes, and then my stepfather passed in 2012. So then I kind of figured that, man, I got to be doing something with my life here, and maybe there's some reason maybe some way I can help out all these other people. And I've been baptized Catholic, but I've been raised Christian, Methodist, Baptist, Lutheran. So I've said, well, whatever religion worships God, as long as I went with that. So
before
then
we
I started learning. I started learning about. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
no, it's fine. I was just asking you. So before we carry on, what is the difference? So because don't forget that some of us we don't know or we don't have much knowledge about it. So what is the difference between the one that you've been raised and between the one you've been baptized?
Okay, the Catholic religion is very similar. Is a Christian, one of the major Christian religions, and the denominations of it are like Baptist, Methodist, Lutheran. You got Presbyterian. There's different denominations because and then Luther back in the ages they you might say they went their own ways from the Catholic Church, but they're still Christian and they still worship God and they believe in Jesus Christ. They believe in Yeshua, Yeshua the Christ, but Jesus. So
All right,
there's, I mean, okay, go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
similar. It's similar.
Yes.
It Yeah, basically it's similar. All right. So at least you've been raised with the same convictions as you are now, because it didn't change, or did it?
I still believe in God and still believe in Jesus, so it didn't really change that much. But let's look at it this way. Also, for the people who are spiritual, who are dealing in spiritualism, which is look at it this way: God is a spirit. He's a spirit light being. He's also called the source. Okay, and then I heard a broadcast, and one of the pastors, he's saying that some of the Christian pastors, he's saying God is the source of whom we also. So man, that means that if you think that the source is the creator, he is. So that's what I've been learning throughout. I've been learning a lot of things, and there's a lot of things that I don't know. So
Yes, he's the architect, like I like to call him, the creator. So tell me, you said you've been learning. When did you start to learn? Was it when you found out that you had a gift, or maybe like later on in life?
okay, during well, when I was 30 years old, I asked my mother, "Who am I?" And then she told me certain things, like you were born here, this and that. I didn't really know too much certain things, so she revealed certain things about my father, my birth father, things like that. And then, um, in 2013, this is when I really started noticing more. Well, actually, in 1996, I started listening to contemporary Christian music, different forms of. Yeah, but I've been used to. throughout my years, I was listening to soul music, rap music, rock and roll, all
And
different forms, like 1980s, 1990s, hip hop,
I used to
so
go to
whatever,
rave.
But
I used to go to rave. So if it makes you happy, that's why sometimes in
yes,
my channel, my DJ, I got my DJ SS. He's a DJ that works just for the channel, basically, and he does put house music. So But
okay,
carry
all
on.
right,
Sorry.
yes, I saw that. I commented that. All right, nice music. Okay, and then to reiterate, to keep going on, but I'm being rambling on. But seriously, I started learning more, and then listening to more contemporary music, things like that. And then in 2000, 1998, my grandmother passed. 1999, my mom passed, and my mother was highly spiritual. She was very devout, and then she had
Okay.
these amazing. She's psychic ability gifts, like she could foresee things of the future. She saw certain events already coming to pass, things like that, and certain things happening. I said,
Well, that's
so I
amazing.
said, yeah. So then I thought, well, and then in the year 2013, a Reiki master teacher told me I'm a healer. So I didn't really know about healing all that well. So you might say I Googled it or learned it that way, and learned how to heal. And then
Oh wow.
certain other people that I met in my life, like on Messenger or whatever, have been teaching me certain other things, like, oh, you must be grounded. And here I'm thinking an airplane grounded, like on the ground. And then I'm also thinking, I like, go to your room. So grounded like that. So I'm thinking, well, grounded. I said, okay. So I learned how to connect to the earth, to connect to the heavens as well.
So
I do it unless
is that why?
I use the white cord technique. In less than 30 seconds, I can do it to connect.
Oh wow. You
Yeah.
need to teach me
Yes.
that.
Yeah. There's certain ways there's certain ways, and then I learned, and then other people were saying, I learned through the faith that you can use during the healing. One boy was he was very ill. He was terminal. He's going to die, whatever. So the next while he went back to a checkup, the boy was completely healed. The doctor couldn't understand it, and the doctor
Wow.
asked him, "How did you do it?" He said, "I imagined Pac-Man eating all my cancer cells."
Oh wow.
So faith, belief, intent, and he used the guided imagery to use for the healing. That's what I've been. That's what I've been doing. I'm an energy healer. So it's interesting. A lot of these aspects and things. So, okay, and then later on, I started learning about other things, getting it like I tried psychokinesis or PK. They're trying to move things with my mind. Couldn't do it. Oh, no problem. So then I during the
You
years,
know what?
I started reading up on other books, things like that. The Jerusalem Bible. I started reading about Dictionary of Angels, all that. I started learning a little bit about Gnosticism. Gnostics, where Yeshua the Christ, Jesus, he was of the Essene order. The Essenes were the Gnostics,
All
and then
right.
so certain sacred teachings were hidden. But and then the Knights Templar, they had certain hidden teachings of what he was teaching them, and or he was teaching the people back then. And so then I was learning about all these other things. I was like, man, all these other. And then I met certain people who are mediums and psychics. I said, whoa, that's taboo to talk to a medium or psychic. Oh, that's against my religion. I said, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So I started doing all that. I started learning, talking to them. And they said, oh, this and that. And they're telling me, giving me readings and this and that. And certain psychic and mediums have, throughout the years, have confirmed certain things about me. I said, well, okay. I said, well, okay. But then I learned also a lot of things about discernment. I also learned about respect of other people's religions and other people's beliefs.
Yes.
Okay, we're all
I think
related.
that's
We're
where
all
we need to start.
connected. We're all related. We're all connected.
Yes, I think that's where everyone needs to start is by respecting, because
Yes,
I've
respect.
been meeting like lots of different people that I never expect to meet in my life, and the people that oh they got some beliefs that I don't want to go there. I don't want to be like too close, to be honest with you. But I still respect, and I'm still here, to listen what they got to say. Doesn't mean that even if I don't agree, I'm just going to stay in my corner, try to listen. But everyone got their own rights, but it's about respect, like you just said.
Yes.
So
And then
sorry, carry on.
okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I was gonna let you keep going. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and we were talking about. So you start with your gift, right? Or you start to find out you had like these psychic abilities.
Yeah,
And
I started. Forgive me. Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
no,
Sorry.
no, no, carry on. Sorry, go on. Don't you worry.
Okay. I learned about. You know what? I actually learned about the 144,000 in the Book of Revelation. I remember that, and I saw that as people called light workers. I said light workers. I looked up that. It said, yeah, it talked about the 144,000 light workers. There are beings who work for the light. So some people say, oh, it's light duty, light work. No, no, it's like working for the light, working for God who dwells on the light. So
It's a
then it's crazy, right? Yeah, that's kind of unusual.
Oh, guys, everyone that is in a watch party, because I already shared in a few other websites, sorry, and in other groups. Don't forget to come straight away to Waka TV to make sure that we can see your comments. I know it's been a bit quiet. I think I'm going to start to do this a bit later on, James, because like I
Yes.
said to you, there is so many groups now. There is so many channels doing the same that I'm doing or similar, that it's quiet. But don't you worry. I want to listen what you're saying, and I'm pretty sure lots of people can listen after, even after we go from the live. You know what I mean? So carry on with your amazing story. Go on. So
Yeah.
what do you do? Like in terms, do you work like doing readings? Do you work like with your psychic abilities as a main job, or not as a full time?
Okay. I at first I was into certain groups and things like that, and I learned like Native American groups as well. They also believe in Yahweh, God. They also believe, but people say no, they believe in other religions. They're barbaric. No, 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 they're not. I assure you, they believe in Yahweh, God, Adonai. They believe in Ahaya Asher Ahaya, which is I am who I am, or God.
All
So
right.
they okay, and then I learned certain other things like how to like be clairvoyant. Like clairvoyant, Yeshua, Jesus, he was clairvoyant. He saw the future. He saw what's going on ahead of time,
Yeah.
way ahead of time.
Yeah.
He was clairsentient. He already knew the answers. He already knew coming to him. He already knew the answer. He already knew everything. He already knew. Okay, he was an empath. He felt the emotions of others. Like when there's a woman who wanted to be healed, she said, "If I could just touch the hem of his garment," all of a sudden he felt like his energy was being healed to somebody. And then
So
yeah, he was also intuitive, highly intuitive, like yourself. You and me both were
yeah,
intuitive.
I'm also an
Yes,
empath. So
yes, yes.
how do you think I can help people as an empath?
You, as an empath, you feel their emotions. So what you have
Yes.
to do is ground yourself first. If not, you're gonna feel their emotions. If they
Oh,
feel
I
angry,
know.
you're gonna feel angry. If you're gonna feel,
Oh,
oh, if there's too many people around you, keep
yes.
yourself grounded. Like I should have grounded myself. I didn't. So I'm wide open for any kind of whatever's literally spiritual attack or whatever or zap. Just
I
kidding. Just
actually need to
kidding.
ground
Go
myself
ahead.
too. Oh well, let them come.
That's
We'll fight them later on. It's fine.
yeah. Oh yeah. We can vote. Yeah, no problem. But we also have to forgive and forgive. We have to forgive. You must forgive. Sometimes you must forgive. A lot of times you must forgive yourself in order for him to forgive you, or to be forgiven by other people. And also anybody that you've hurt in the past, forgive them, and anybody that you've hurt already, I mean, just forgive them, and so ask their forgiveness, as well.
Yeah, that was one of the first steps when I decided to come full time. Because when I decided to become full time psychic, I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, any kind of uh, addictions, let's say, because in my case drinking wasn't an addiction. When I say drinking, I mean like going out in the weekend and get drunk. Basically that's what I'm trying to say, not like every weekend, but like normal people do, you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
stopped with everything like that. And one of the things that I also tried to bring got into my life was like the forgiveness. I did everything that I could to forgive people, even the ones that did me wrong in the past, or the ones that carry on doing wrong sometimes even if they don't want. But forgiveness was one of the new things that I actually bring to my life. I always been a bit, because I'm a Scorpio.
Oh,
so it
yeah,
was
me too.
so it
November
was
6th.
me. I'm like, I forgive you and I don't forget.
All right, yeah. We're both Scorpios. Oh, no wonder. All right. No wonder we have a
Oh
good
yeah.
connection here. Like we're speaking to each other. That's pretty good. Okay,
Yeah.
where's your? What else would you like to know? I mean, ask or whatever. Ask for the
Eh,
audience to know.
I'm just interested in what you do, like with your gift. If you work, like, you didn't answer if you work like full time or with your gift, or
Oh,
if you just do it as sorry, I just
yeah.
thought I just go.
I went up on a tangent. Yes, I apologize. Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
I you know what? I started figuring people out, or just seeing sometimes people would show me pictures on they would show pictures to people on Facebook, and sometimes I would see sets of eyes. I don't see the person or the figure behind them, but I would see sets of eyes or whatever looking at them. So I would tell the person, hey, this is what I see behind you or whatever, or around
Can
you.
you
And
can
then
you see
I can somehow see silhouettes around people, like the time when like like let's also, I've helped out some certain psychic mediums, one medium across the planet, because she was a mother, she had two daughters or whatever. So I said, oh, can you help me with this? I got to take care of this and get food for that, get food for them, this and that. I said, okay. So I pretended like I was her, because she allowed me to come on there as her. So I said, oh, how would you doing, darling, and dear, and oh, whatever. Oh, and then they so then I would be her ghost writer, literally, person
That's
in
so
the
good.
background. So I would actually help out the people. Oh, do this and do that, and talk to believe in this and believe if whatever your beliefs are. Oh, my belief is this in God. Oh, well, okay. Like that. So, well, ask you for forgiveness, things like that, and don't worry about your kids, and don't worry about your this and that. It's okay. You'll do good in this. I already feel as you're going to do. And all of a sudden, she came on, and then she started giving the readings. And all right. So sometimes we would have helped each other, but this was years ago when I did that. I said,
Oh my
wow.
God.
And
You
then
should
and then
yeah.
one time, another intuitive psychic medium or whatever, he was giving a lot of readings. He was overwhelmed too. He's like, people are coming to him left and right real quick. Whole bunch of people coming to him and this and asking for readings. Like, wow. And then one person asked, "Hey, am I pregnant?" We're not supposed to tell anybody if they're pregnant or not. That we could get sued for whatever. So I already had the answer in my mind. I already heard the yes. I already heard yes. And then he heard yes. At what time? Also, later on in part of the broadcast, I asked to send him healing energy, and right in the live broadcast, I sent him healing energy. He says, "Hey, I see an owl." I said, and he told me about it. An owl is like a mentor. He said, and he told me, and then he gave me a reading. He said, "Hey, Jim, I'm going to give you a reading." And he told me that I'm a developer. So to help out people who are developing their psych or their innate abilities, even if they're Christian or other denominations or whatever beliefs or whatever faiths, they're feeling these abilities that they have. So well, so I'm starting to get people to say, I feel like this, I feel like that, and say, well, you're clairaudient or you're clairsentient or
Yeah, yeah,
oh wow, yeah. And so I try and help out people wherever I can.
yes.
I also take care of cats and animals, like neighborhood cats and animals. So I love
Yeah.
animals very much. So
When you say that you help taking care of them, in which way? When they go in holidays, or what do you do?
as far as what the people or the
No,
animals or
when you say that you help taking care of the neighbors' cats, for example, is it when they go in holidays, or you just feed them because you want, or something?
I feed them because I want to. I love doing it. I love helping animals. I see they come over, and all of a sudden they see me and they start meowing. And there's one time I saw a female cat on in a door. I opened the door and the female cat was there. It says meowing, and now I'm feeding her legacy, literally. Great nieces and great grand kittens and
That's
cats.
really, really cute. So can you
Yeah,
see
so
anyone? Can you see anyone behind me then?
I really don't perhaps see, but I am. Oh,
I
I'm
didn't ask
getting
any of
I'm
my
getting
guys.
vibes. Your guardian angel is there. One of them. He's
Yes.
he's telling me not to give too much TMI to a lot of people, because even there's some people that have other different abilities, like they could be witches, or but you know what, I have also friends who are witches. Imagine a Christian having friends who are psychics, mediums, clairvoyants, witches, or
Oh,
whatever, things like that, and Christians, all of the people of the faith.
don't
And then I
forget.
call I call them like God's Avengers.
Oh, but don't forget. Oh yeah, I like. I do love that. You know what? I like you. Is like you are like me because you are a Scorpio. So we got this
Yes.
dark sense of humor, and we always try to be happy, and we always try to have a laugh.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how bad the life is. We always try to have a laugh and take the best of it. Yes,
Yes.
and you know what? I've been raised as a Catholic, and I'm very proud, of Jesus and
Nice.
Mary and God and all my
Mhm.
beliefs in angels. But of course, as a Catholic, I didn't supposed to have this gift, because if you got this gift when you are a Catholic, means that I'm a witch. I'm not a witch,
You're
people.
not a witch. You're not a witch. I know that. I know.
Maybe I used to be. I was one in my past lives, because I had a vision about her like a while ago. I had like ginger hair. My skin was very white. I was very white. I was like, damn girl, you need to go and catch a tan.
I see that. Oh wow, yes. How do I come I didn't see that earlier? Thank you. Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yes. Oh, like
That's
a sort of like a white flowing robe, but it's like as though you could have at least like levitated off the ground, literally. I think you could have, because you know what, and there's certain okay, believe it or not, reincarnation. People say, "Oh, reincarnation is not real," or whatever, or you're not supposed to say that. The Bible suppresses it. The Catholic Church suppressed it because there's
yes,
even Yeshua, the Christ. He was in Atlantis. He was also, believe it or not, he was also Krishna in the Hindu. Believe people that say, "No, no, that can't be." He was. And then okay, reincarnation is in the Bible, in the book of Ecclesiastes. You believe, read all that, it's there. It'll say even and then also Yeshua the Christ said to other people that John the Baptist was Elijah the prophet. He said Elijah must first. They said Elijah must first come. So where is he? He said he's already here. Jesus Christ talking about his cousin John the
yes.
Baptist. So reincarnation, yes, it exists. It is real.
Yes, and I believe that. Sorry, it's very quiet today, so we don't have anyone making questions. But yes, I do believe in reincarnation, as obvious, and I know some of my past lives, the same as you. Would you like to talk a little bit about that? I know you don't want to give too much information, but if you got time, if you want to tell us just like one or two lifetimes, two lives that you had, for example, if you want to talk
Okay,
about it,
I
we can.
remember I remember I was you're not gonna believe this. I remember I was Saint James, James the Just, also called, and he was I'm the reason why I remember is because I had some visions that like deja vu or something, like I see a man walking on the water. I thought it was, at first I thought it was a ghost. Remember I was saying something like that earlier a while back, and I thought it was a ghost at some one point. I'm like, "Ooh," and then all of a sudden I heard other people behind me. So that means I was in the boat with the other disciples. So I figured that's, and then I sometimes wonder, whenever I see Jesus, I cry a lot. One person told me that I left him at the trial. He was at the trial and I left because I was feared for my own life. But later on, I feel as though I was at least either stoned or hit or whatever. And yes, that's actually what happened. And I feel as though there were certain things that actually happened to me, like like there's a knife in my back or a sword or something. That means I was also in another battle of some sort. And then I actually heard my name being called Jimmy, like Jimmy, my boy, Jimmy, like either Irish or Scottish. And then so I took a picture of the room, and another person came. I showed it to one person. He said, it's a as a man, like a man, sort of like your size or whatever. He's there. I said, I said, you know what? And then I started all of a sudden. As soon as she said that, I said, "Hey, is he wearing a kilt?" He said, "Yes, at times he does." I said, "Okay, is he wearing full body armor at times, like a knight?" He said, "Yes." I said, "No, son." I asked her, "What is his name?" He said, "He's something like Will," or I said, or Bill or Will, or I said, "Okay." Then all of a sudden I got the name Sir William Wallace. I said, "Is he Sir William Wallace?" He said, "Yes." Golly, I'm like, "What?" I said, "Oh, no wonder." He said, "How does he know me?" He said, "You were Sir Andrew de Moray." So I looked at. So then I actually started looking into it. I started actually, yes, okay. Now no wonder I feel as though I got like. And also, you said Earth Angel, right? You said we're angels or whatever. You said you saw my wings, and
Oh,
and
wow.
then I remember. Yeah, I remember there was one time when you said that. One time, I said, "Okay." So then I feel every time. Sometimes when I'm walking around, I feel as I'm carrying a backpack. He said, "Though." He said one person said, "Oh, those are your wings."
I know that's what's happened with me. Oh my
Do
God, it
do
was
you
so
feel as though
weird.
you're carrying a pack, right? Something like heavy
Yeah,
on your
first time,
shoulders? Yes.
first day that happened, and I actually had backache. I had a pain in my back for 2 days, but it's not the same.
Oh,
It's not the same pain as normal back pain. It's like a pain that there is something heavy there, which is the backpack. It was
yes,
so
could
weird,
be
and I was
the
like, oh my
wings.
God, and then you get used to it.
Yes, yeah.
And you know what? I tried, and it works. Um, Once I had like a very dark energy in my bedroom, and I decided, okay, let me just give it a try. As soon as I open my wings and I start to, they start to flap, the dark energy left. And I was like, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
cool. I like this.
Wow, you can actually see you're more in tune than I am. Actually, that's great. I mean, that's good that you feel that.
I can
And you know
open
what?
my wings anytime I want. Yes, it's true.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
I did, I stood straight up. I stood like real tall, and then I stretched my arms up. And one person said, "Whoa, wow, you got massive wings." I'm like, I guess I don't see them, but they see them. I wish I could have the sight like you could see that.
So they're starting to open now. As I want to see if you can see them. I want to just like make like this. Hi Tanya, nice to see you, darling. Please share for us because it's so quiet. There is so many other channels doing lives at this hour. It's so quiet for us. So if you can share, I
Oh
would appreciate.
yes.
So let me just open my wings then. Sorry, I honestly I feel the backpack already. It's so weird, but usually they come very slowly. They don't open like this. You know what
Yes. Oh yes, yeah. Your sword is like right here. My like where my sword is at. That's where we're at right here. I don't know if you actually feel something like something's there, like a sheath or something like something's
What
or do
me?
or do you feel or yeah, do you feel like there's a something there, like something like a sword, you can get it.
No, I only feel the wings. I'm not sure if
Okay.
you can see them. Can you see them, or you just see the?
I see something like a silhouette, like oh yeah. Well, I guess that's what I'm seeing is something like a
They
like
they're
what you
not
saw on me.
they're not fully open. Do you know they're still a bit closed, but they're starting to open very slowly. Usually they open more in meditation. I need to give it like a
Yes, okay, now I see. Yes.
so
I see him.
they open now a little bit. So I don't know if you can feel
Yeah,
it.
a little bit. I can see a little bit. Yeah. Okay. You do. Yes. Oh, you know what? Also, there's certain things that we need to do is actually ground ourselves. Sometimes when we're speaking to others or other mediums or even certain other people who are highly gifted. I mean, I really don't ground myself when I'm with you. I mean, we're already kind of used to or even seeing each other live. So I mean, I don't do that, but sometimes I think that we should do it. And like when I go to bed, I say my prayers, and then I ground myself before I go to bed. I what I used to. Oh, also people say, oh, these don't this doesn't work or whatever. Stones and rocks, like rocks, we call them rocks. Stones like hematite, crystal, they'll clear negative energy in a room. One person gave me some these stones and all that, and she described them what they do and all this. I'm like, okay, so I started learning about stones and all that,
Yeah.
and then and
Oh
then
yes.
runes also. Runes, I learned a little bit about that, and then certain
Oh,
things.
so can you play runes then? Can you put runes and the
I
tarot?
never, I never, I never, I never really did them at first. I never really did runes,
I
except for
believe
when I was a druid in past life. I used to do that. I was
But
a
you know,
druid. Yeah, yeah.
yes, I feel that, and but I feel that you don't need to use any tool, that you can do divination by, just by looking at people.
By
That's
connecting to
amazing.
source. Yes.
Yeah, yes. So how do you do that? It's just like your guide, or it's like the intuition straight away?
I
It's
wish
just
I wish I wish I could show you how I do it, but what okay, first how you ground yourself is you imagine a white cord coming from heaven, going
yeah.
right through you, and you pull the cord. You imagine you're pulling the cord through you all the way to the earth and inside the earth, and then you imagine it as an anchor down inside the earth. Yeah, you imagine an anchor inside the earth, but what you're gonna have to do is stay still, don't move, and then imagine some kind of block holding the anchor inside the earth. Because if you start moving, you're going to drag the anchor and you won't get a good grounding. Because one time I sent healing energy to a person, I wasn't grounded properly, and I felt the pain right here. Like, oh, I don't know what it was. So
All
then
right.
I started. So then I sent healing energy to myself, and all of a sudden it lifted. They're like, okay. And then one time I went to a wake, like a eulogy, things like that, and people, and then all of a sudden I felt as though I was wearing a big, heavy, thick coat when I left. Big, thick coat. So then I sang the song El Shaddai. It's like I sang some. I don't know if we've heard. Remember that song I sent? I don't know if you ever heard it before. El Shaddai, or sometimes Mary. Did you know?
Oh my God, I
Mary,
almost
did you
cried with
know?
that song. It was so beautiful. I never heard it before. Can you sing the other
Okay,
one that you were saying? El
which one?
Shaddai.
The El Shaddai.
Yeah,
Like I said, El Shaddai means God Almighty.
El
Okay,
Shaddai.
and then El Shaddai, El Shaddai, El Elyon Adonai. Age to age, you're still the same by the power of your name. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Erkam Kana Adonai, and we'll praise and lift you high, El Shaddai. It was sang in 1982 by a woman named Amy Grant.
Did you send me that one?
I think yeah, I believe so that I did.
If not,
And
send me
I don't know. I sang off key, but that's all right. But El Shaddai means God Almighty.
yes, God.
Then El is the name of God. Shaddai Almighty, Almighty power.
Oh
Okay,
wow, that was lovely.
Erkam okay, let me see. El Elyon, nah. El Elyon is God Most High in Hebrew. These are Hebrew words. Okay, the Hebrew names. And then another one is Erkam Ka Na, means I love you. Okay,
Hmm.
Adonai means my Lord. So Erkam Kana Adonai, I love you, my Lord.
All right, send me the music, please, with lyrics,
Okay.
so I can
Well,
just
I guess I could send it to everybody here who's listening. If anybody's listening.
No, first of all, I'm trying to learn a mantra. I sent you that mantra. You know that one.
Yes.
Did
Okay. Oh, yes, I remember. Yes, I
Oh
need
my
to look
God,
at that again.
it's
Refresh.
so beautiful. Let me just see the name. It's the Gayatri mantra. Honestly, I do ground
Oh, yeah.
myself with music.
Yes. Yeah.
The other day, this week, I just sang that. I sung sorry that music for 20 minutes, and I just my body, my soul, just been in a massive journey. And after when I
Yes.
returned, I just wrote like 4 pages of of downloads and information that came to me in that journey. It was amazing. So listen to that music. It's amazing to ground yourself. and
Yes.
and
Yes.
so you are that kind of people, and which is really a good advice. You ground yourself through music too.
Yes,
I
I
think
grew on myself. I sing sometimes I sing the song El Shaddai, or sometimes I sing Mary Did You Know? When I sing Mary Did You Know, the song, all of a sudden I get goosebumps real good, like as though somebody's there, like they're listening to me or whatever. You know what? I've also helped souls cross over into the light. One time I had to use, well, I hear sometimes I hear James when I go into the stores. I'll hear my name. I said, and all of a sudden, I'll make sure nobody's listening. I'll say, "Do you need my help crossing over to the light?" And I heard sometimes I heard, "Yes, please." I said,
oh
so then what I do is I pray to God to send forth an angel to come and get them, or their loved ones to take them into the light. And then sometimes I'll hear, "Thank you." I'll actually hear it. So
that's so
it does
lovely.
work. Yeah,
You are in the supermarket and you're just helping people cross to the light. That
yeah, I do
is
that too. Yeah.
that is lovely.
Actually real. People, a lot of people don't believe in this. It's all real. It's oh, their ghosts don't exist. Yes, they do. There's spirits.
Of
There are
course we
spirit
do.
that comes out of our body after our body dies. Spirit
Yeah.
that comes out is and if it appears, it'll be like an apparition or a ghost. What they see,
So,
or we see the
what
poltergeist things. Yeah.
what is your opinion then? What do you think happened to the soul after we died? Sorry, I'm not going to bother with more questions because I start to ask things because I like to know different people with different opinions, different backgrounds, and it's so and you got so much to share with us. And I feel that you are
I
actually
had a lot. Gotta do
you
some more lives, and I can share. I can share certain format or certain things that I've learned.
oh my
I
god.
just wanted to. Okay. What happens to the soul? Sometimes, what most of the times, first, what could happen is the soul is stuck here. Why?
Yeah,
Because they have to. They're here stuck because either they're paying a karmic debt. You're not going to believe that.
I
Because
never.
there. Okay. Also, a soul can be gone to heaven and transported into another form, a life form, come back here on earth. It can be a cat, because I have a cat, or I take care of a cat, and this cat has the soul of an Aztec warrior. I said, why would a human being be living as a cat? Because maybe that soul is paying a karmic debt, so he's going to live out his life as a cat. And I know the cat doesn't know, but I took pictures of this cat. It's a Siamese male cat, and on his face you can see the person's face or something like that. People
Oh my
see it, and I
god.
say I don't see it, but they see it. Oh wow! So sometimes the person can come back as an animal, or it can come back as another human being. But sometimes what we do is, like, let's say a person dies, the person might go to heaven, might see God, or they might be transported to like a school up there to learn certain things that we should have learned here on Earth. There's a lot of things I don't even know, and things that I've offset. So maybe I hope I don't go have to relearn certain things again. So sometimes that might happen. It's called a karmic cycle, karma,
All
also
right.
called, yeah, karmic cycle or karma. And also the soul might either be trapped here because maybe there's a higher or major dark soul that's holding these other souls here. That could
Oh,
actually happen.
let me tell you
Okay.
something that I didn't know it was possible what you just said. But sometimes I do rescues. So if when I go in trance, if I don't tell my guides, I don't want anyone, like any low energy to come. If I don't tell them, I will get, when I'm in trance, I will get like spirits that been trapped here. So basically, spirits that are lost, which I don't mind sometimes, because what's happening is I can help them go to the light, and that gives me much pleasure. It's one of my.
When you do, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, 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 it's fine. But the problem is when I get really tired, because I will feel their emotion. I will cry. I will get very upset. So I'm still learning that process where I can help that people, even when I'm in trance. I'm still learning everything. I'm still developing myself. Anyway, last time I've been in trance with, I had a child, and that child been here for many centuries, and I had that boy in my body, and I felt that, and it was like, and I was trying to send him to the light, and I felt there was like a dark soul grabbing his arm or my arm, because it was in my body, and I didn't even know that kind of things was actually real. But
It's real.
and he was saying, and this is, I'm the living proof that's real, because he was saying, "You don't let me go. I want to go to the light, but he don't let me go." And the boy was crying, saying, "You don't let me go." So then I start to Summer, start to try to take that arm from him, and that's how he managed to go to the light, because there was someone grabbing him, and I could feel a very black arm, very dark arm, grabbing that boy. Honestly, my skin now, I got goosebumps, because it just reminded me of that situation. I'm the living proof that they actually exist. So what do you think they are? Do you think they are like demons? Do you think they are like or they are like low
Okay.
end?
Okay. Angels. Sometimes okay. There's proof of angels. Okay.
No,
Oh, wait.
I'm listening. Sorry, because we are talking about these low energies. I came to grab my sage. Go on.
That's good. That's good that you did that. Okay. First, what we must do, if you go into a let's say a haunted house or a haunted building, and they need you to help cross the soul over, or they need your help to find out who is it, a boy or a girl or a male, female, whoever it is. Want to find out the name first?
Go on.
Ground yourself. Ground yourself first. Next thing is to do place a shield of protection around you, or ask Saint Michael to help you. What you do is say the prayer to Saint Michael. If not, if you don't say this prayer to Saint Michael, a spirit can jump into you. It's possibility. It's very possible. It's possible. It could happen. It couldn't happen. It's possible.
Oh yes, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. Yeah.
Okay, so see, say the prayer to Saint Michael, and then ask for his divine protection, and then also ask God for divine protection. Ask in the name, ask Yeshua in His name, in the name of Yeshua. He said, "Ask in my name, and the Father will do it." So you got to ask in Jesus' name, or Yeshua, or Yeshua, in His name, and God will help.
The other day I had a situation where there was like, I can't talk too much why this situation was happening, but I will tell you just very shortly. I had like a dark energy that was trying to come into my life. Don't ask me why. And I was asking Jesus, please, Jesus, you know what?
Yes.
I'm made of love. My heart is yours. I don't belong to anyone else than you. If I need to belong to someone, if my soul belongs to someone, it's to you. Please help me. As soon as I said that, because I do. So people might not believe. I don't care what people believe or not. I do say what I feel. I'm not a liar, but I do have a big connection with Jesus, and sometimes he comes to me, and Mary too. Mary, the other day I was in my sofa with my kids and my mom, and Mary show up. Virgin Mary show up behind us. This was like last week. Even my mom was actually. Oh, when can I? Then my mom started to ask me questions, and the things that she told me, they actually happened already. So she does tell me a lot of things that happen. So what I want you to know is that creature that was next to me was so powerful that Jesus Christ gave me his hand, and Virgin Mary came with him. They both grabbed my hands. This is one of the amazing things, and I was like, wow, I'm protected, and I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. They both came, one in each side, and they both were like, we are here with you. We're going to walk through this with you. And I could feel, and suddenly I felt like a warm bath, warm breath in my face. And suddenly I felt that creature disappeared, because I had Jesus Christ in one hand and Virgin Mary in the other one. And I'm like, thank you. I'm so blessed. Yeah. Sorry, I had to share
Awesome.
this. I got
good.
I got like amazing experience like this that I could just talk with you all night about it.
It's nice. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Hello, Shania.
Okay. Real quick. There was actually a great war in heaven, and Michael defeated Lucifer and his angels. Lucifer had over 1 million angels following him. Over 1 million, actually, from different realms in the heaven. Remember when? Okay, in the part of the Bible, Jesus says, my Father has many rooms, or there's many rooms in my Father's house. These rooms are realms. Like also where we're supposed to go, certain places where we go, where some of our souls go to. All right, you got some people joining. Hey, hello everybody. How are you doing? Love and light to all here. There we go.
Please share. Don't forget to share. If you are in a watch party, come straight to Black Cat so we can see you. So sorry, you were telling me about the realms then. So what you are trying to say is you got the portals open in your father's house. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. There's some realms up there. Portals, realms up there in the heavens. Okay. There was a war up there, and Satan and his angels were kicked out. So he decided to make war with us humans. He'll try and turn man away from God. He'll try and get all these certain things that are pleasurable to everything, whatever. He'll try to do that. He'll try and say, all kind of things against him, whatever. And then sometimes people ask, hey, where's his kingdom? Where's the kingdom of where's Lucifer's kingdom or whatever? Some people will say it's down there, down below, or whatever. Hell does exist. Heaven does exist. They do exist. People say, no. It's just a metaphor. It's just a facsimile. It's just no. It's actually, because even Jesus Christ called it Sheol or Gehenna. Those are different realms of the lower realms. Okay. Sometimes these angels that were kicked out, following Lucifer, some of them actually wanted to ask God for forgiveness and all that, but they sided with Lucifer in the rebellion. Okay, but A lot of people, I mean, a lot of beings that are dark and entities, negative life energies, negative life forms. These are lower realm entities, lower realm energies. We can cast them out in the name of Jesus Christ. We can cast them out. We can
Yes.
do it ourselves. But you have to have faith, belief, and intent. And I mean, you have to actually do it. I mean, because faith without works is dead. You might say, if you have faith but you don't do it, your faith
Yeah.
is still there, but the work is not there. So it's like void, sort of, you might say. But so some of these uh angels have become demon lord. Some of the fallen angels have become demon lords, and they're all down there or whatever, a whole bunch of them. And
Let him stay
there's
there.
some that are actually there's some that are actually chained in certain places. That people have actually seen them chained up to certain, some of that are
So
down
what
there.
you are saying that they can assume the human body?
They can assume it. They can come into your dreams. Angels, spirits, demons,
Yes.
anything, spirit guides. They can appear into your dreams. They can come in.
Now, tell me something. You know what? Because you got enough knowledge for that, and this is something that most of us want to know, and this is something that I'm always asking myself. I prefer to work with my intuition. For example, I always felt that when there is cold around me, it's a dark energy, but when it's hot, it's a high energy. You know what I mean? Like a light being. Do you believe that?
Yes.
And I had a conversation with a friend of mine that I didn't agree with some of the things that she said. And she was saying that this was like a while ago, that that the dark energies, they might start to learn how to send this sorry, how can I say, this warm energy, so you can think they actually good. Do you understand? Because they try to trap you, they try to.
Yes.
Do you believe that? Please don't take my don't
Yeah.
take hope from me. Because I
Okay.
prefer to believe that hot it's good and cold it's not good, even though sometimes I do have some of my guides, the energy of them is a bit it's a bit cold. Do you understand
Hmm.
where I'm going with this
Yes.
conversation?
Yes. I see. I see that. Okay. Okay. It depends on who the guides are, because see, certain the spirit guides were actually people who have lived previous before. So then they're appointed by God to guide you in your life. So okay, we're appointed angels to watch over us. We're appointed more than one angel actually to guard us.
Yes.
Okay, so then some people say we're born with an angel and we're born with a demon, or on another side of us. That I'm not too sure about. I'm not too sure about that. But what I do understand is that,
I'm not
okay,
sure
since
about
these
that.
angels and demons, since these demons were casted out, they can assume any form, anything like that. So that they try to get us to turn us away. I'm being rambling on again, reiterating. Okay,
No, no,
then so then okay, okay. Let me go off on a tangent real quick. Okay, there was years ago when I was just learning about all these spiritual things, being in the year 2012, 2013. I started um, learning certain things that I had a negative. One person said, "Hey, you got a vampire spirit attached to you." I said, "What?" And then another person said, "Oh, you got a mist around you that's been blocking your thing like this." I said, "Okay." Another person says, "Oh," and then the person said, "It's a person who said she was an earth angel." At first, I didn't believe that earth angels exist, because I saw Highway to Heaven miniseries. It says an angel is only here for limited time and then they go back up. That's it. So that's what I said. Okay, so that's all I believed in. So that's sort of what they call indoctrination. Okay, then I believed that, and then I told the earth angel, I said, okay, what she was telling me, that this negative spirit was attached to me. I said, what? I said, don't you feel like somebody's telling you to do evil things, lustful things, hurtful things, sinful things against others, things like that? I said, yeah, because sometimes I feel like, oh, like I want to hurt somebody at time, years. This was years ago.
Oh yeah,
Okay, and
I've
then
been there. I've been there.
yeah, so then she said, "Oh no, the spirit is coming after me." It left me, started going to her. She warded it off. It started coming back to me. So I call that spirit a coward and everything, that and negative energy. is a negative energy attachment.
Yeah.
We can also have that. That can also be possibly around people
Oh, yeah.
or attached to people.
That's
So I had one attached. Actually, had one attached to me. So I cast it. So I got upset. Called it a coward. I called it coward in Spanish. Called it a coward in English. I called it out. It didn't come out. So then I said, okay, you know what? If you don't leave me, I'm gonna get my guardian angel to come and take you into the light. Do you understand me? I got real mad. I got real mad. I called Jesus, help me, Lord. And then, oh Lord, and then I called out Saint Michael.
Yes.
So then all of a sudden, I fell asleep. All of a sudden, I was asleep. I saw black energy, like black something, black go like that. I woke up real suddenly, like looked around, and then I talked to another person. He says, "Oh yes, the energy left you," and I said, "God helped you." I said, "Wow!" So I thank God very much. So he heard my prayer, and then he saw what I was doing. So that means negative energies can actually, like, let's say you go to a rock and roll concert, or you get people that are into drugs and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a possibility. I'm not sure. I don't want to say yes or no. It's a possibility that they could have a negative energy that could attach to them or get
most
onto
of the times. Most of the times.
But it's not. It could be a poltergeist. Could be that too. Poltergeist is like a spirit that can cause things like that. Like sometimes when it rains or pours or electrical energy, like electrical lightning and all that, that's when paranormal activity is more stronger there, prevalent.
But let's leave that to another day because I want to talk about that. We can talk about poltergeists, different types of spirits.
Let's go back. Yeah.
Let's leave it for next week or the week after, whenever you want to come back to the show. I want to say thank you so much, James. I did enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you got your own things to do anyway. We'll talk later on more because this is so interesting, and now more people start to arrive, and I really need to go. But did you enjoy to be here?
Oh yes, I enjoyed it very much. We ought to do these some more. Whenever it's convenient for you, convenient for us. It would be a great honor. Thank you. It's a great honor listening to you as well too.
Thank you. That's why I don't want you to say much more because I want you to leave much more for other times. All right, I need to go. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, James. Lots of love and light. All right. Thank you. We'll talk later on. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.